Hello all, welcome to the Viper's Pit. Okay guys, before I get into the video today, first of all I want to thank you all for subscribing, and if you're new here, feel free to subscribe if you like the video. Please forgive my voice, I'm sick as I'll get out, and we're going to proceed on anyway. So, this video is going to cover Destiny 2. Specifically, the Stormcaller subclass. As usual, we're going to be breaking it down into 3 separate sections. The first is going to be attunements. The second is going to be armor and weapons. And then the third is going to be tactics. And without taking up any more time, let's get directly into the attunements. As you know, the subclass of Stormcaller has 3 different attunements, which is a subclass of the subclass. I know, right? But those are going to be conduction, elements, and control. First, let's talk about conduction. This is the one that I use, and I found out it works best for me. I've also come to the realization that in this game, you have to play each subclass. And you have to play the attunements of each subclass to find out what works best for you. So, knowing that the Stormcaller subclass was what was requested, I would suggest that you play each one of the attunements for a minimum of 15 minutes to find out what works best for you. Each person is different, and each person's playstyle will also be different. So, you want to find out what works best for you. Whatever's the most fun for you to play. Because that's why we're doing this, guys. We're doing this to have fun. Also, I would take a look at whether you're using a healing rift or an empowering rift. The healing does exactly what it says it will do. The empowering ups your damage. So, now let's go ahead and move on to the weapons and the armor. Alright, weapons and armor. You get armor all the time, and weapons drop pretty regularly too. My suggestion for this is to make sure that your Stormcaller attunement and your attunement of your weapons is the same. It made a 100% difference for me when I started adding the same attunements of my weapons to meet the attunement I was using for Stormcaller. Okay. Without a doubt, 100% improvement. So just kind of make sure that your weapons fit your class. Subclass, I should say. As long as your weapons and your subclass are the same, you're gonna do a little bit better. I promise you. Also, upgrade your weapons as you go along. I mean, when you get a new weapon that's, that you want to use, make sure you upgrade it as far as you can. Now, in order to do so, you'll have to have some things. most of them are sold by the weapons vendor, and some of the parts that you need can be sold by spotter on the reef. So that should help you out getting your weapons upgraded to a point, but you're going to have to grind. I mean, to get this stuff up for your weapons, you're going to just have to grind it out. That being said, knowing your playstyle is 100% going to help you here also, because if you're more comfortable sitting in the back and sniping someone, my suggestion is to do strikes with a team. That way you can do so. Some things are going to have to be, the storyline will have to be soloed up until a certain point, but then you're still going to have teams on some of it. So if you're building up your weapons, my suggestion is go with a team if you're not comfortable soloing. And the matchmaker will do that for you. And most people are really nice. If you die a lot, they don't really complain that much in this game. You know, you'll get the few that do, but just pay it no mind. Continue on with what you're doing. And that is going to cover the weapons and armor. Next, we'll be moving over to tactics. My suggestion for the things that you might want to pay attention to and look for. One last note on weapons. You can only equip one exotic for weapons and one exotic for armor. Try to choose something that benefits you in some way. If you're constantly running out of ammo, there's some mods that you can add to your weapon that will drop primary ammo or special ammo or heavy ammo. If you pay attention to those, that should cut you running out of ammo down to a minimum. All right, now let's move on to tactics. As I touched on in weapons and armor, there are mods for these weapons that you can get that will drop primary ammo, heavy ammo. You get the idea. These will help you enormously in running out of ammo, which is the one thing you don't want to do. Choose one of your weapons that you're best with. And in some of these strikes and things, your armor is locked. So please, make sure that you have what you want to go into the strike with, equipped, and make sure everything's up to date on it. And that will help you a great deal too. Most of all, you need to have fun. Because if you're not enjoying this, you're not playing at your 100%. I understand being upset at games. Trust me. I've got you. I understand that. However, you play the game to have fun. And if you're not having fun, you're not going to play at your best. Anybody out there has it in them to be pro level if they just keep at it. Practice does make perfect, guys. It does. I'm an example of how much better you can get by just practicing. And of course, having wonderful teammates helps too. So, this is a really short video, guys, because there's literally a whole day's breakdown that I could do on each of the subclasses and their attunements. If you guys want to hear that, I want to hear some more about it, let me know in the comments and I will start on the video. Whatever you guys, please put the attunement you'd like to see, and then the most requested one will be the one I do next. And as with everything else, guys, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the love and support you've shown. You guys rock. And with that, I'm going to get out of here. I know I haven't really told you a whole lot that you didn't already know. Just remember, make sure your attunement is fit to your playstyle. Your weapons are to your subclass. And have fun. With that, I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for joining me here at the Viper's Pit.